Good evening, and welcome to the local global news. The New Year edition. Let's ring in 2015 with a rundown of the year. Let's start with spring, because face it, January and February are stupid, and no one cares. Spring, if you lived in the north, it was cold. If you lived in the south, it was hot. If you lived in Kansas, Oklahoma, or Missouri, it was cold and it was hot and it was stupid. Now to the real news. Just over 18 months ago, Chick-fil-A had a little thing they wanted where everybody would take pictures of their spouse and or girlfriend or boyfriend and send it into their Facebook or website page. Unless you were gay, they would not post those pics. At the beginning of this November, Chick-fil-A announced that the prices of their chicken on the menu would go up 20% because they realized 20% of their chickens were gay. 49 of the 50 states have now released that they will allow gay chicken marriage. Alaska, curse you Inuits. In summer, in Phoenix, there was a young boy who was chasing an ice cream truck who ran into it when it stopped, and he died. His mother did tell us that he was lactose intolerant. On the East Coast, there was a woman who's suing Google for them showing her bra on their maps. She did not tell them. It was later found out by a prosecutor that she also had 50 dates within 6 weeks of that lawsuit. With a public restroom service announcement, when I was a child, the best thing I ever learned was yellow and blue make green. If you don't get that, kids, ask your parents later. If you're into video games, look for the urinals that have the flies on them. Bonus points if you can wash the cigarette butts down the drain. This just in, my left hand asked my right hand to turn the light off. Ferguson officer Darren Wilson shot Michael Brown. They'd been waiting many weeks from the jury on deliberating if he would be tried for the murder of this. On November 24th at approximately 8:01 p.m., the jury announced that they would not be trying this as a murder. At approximately 8:17 p.m., President Obama announced that there was nothing left within a 100-mile radius of St. Louis and declared it the Little Sahara. Protesters and rioters walked the streets of Little Sahara for weeks using quotes like, "Hands up, don't shoot." On the other end of the country, in New York, 2 officers were shot in their car and 2 other officers were injured by a Ishmael Brinsley. Protesters for these police and their loss were walking around saying, "Hands up, I'm not Moby Dick." Staten Island officer who choked a man to death apologized in an interview for this loss. They're still waiting to see if he'll be tried. In an interview with this officer, he apologized, saying, "I'm sorry, he never tapped out." That's the end of our 2015 Ringing in the New Year edition. The best part was Christmas is gone, New Year's is past, and we got through a whole New Year's Day without Christina Aguilera, Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, or Nicki Minaj showing their panties in public or losing them in public. Happy New Year, everyone.